So I speak so bold on the verge of losing hope. I know where to go.
Welcome. This is Tuesday on X-Cons for Trump live on IntellectualRadio.com. That's X-Cons for the number 4 TrumpLive.com on IntellectualRadio.com. I'm Tyrone Muhammad with my co-host, Gotta Trust. Hey, Kyler, listen, we're going to get right into this thing because we've been a minute, man.
What's good?
How you been?
What's good? I've been well. What about you?
Oh, man, there's so much going on. You know, last time you weren't here, so I've been to jail. Shutting down J&J.
That part.
And I'm hearing they back open. See?
That's okay. You know
I
what?
heard, but I don't know. But I'm going to check it out.
Go check it out.
We dealing with this election. As always, and talking about that. Then this Korean Asians again beat some women up inside the nail shop again.
Yes.
Man, listen, I'm gonna let you take it away. I don't know where we want to start. I mean, I'm my goal is to get the right attorney so I can still sue Holiday Inn, the agency that in charge of the migrants, the security company, and the Chicago police for my trespassing charge on the Holiday Inn that has no trespassing signs, that doesn't indicate anywhere that this hotel is state-owned and operated. I know why it doesn't, because it would be a national outrage for everybody to converge
because
on
I
that
was gonna
space.
say, when did we as the state of Illinois get into the hotel business? Is that the business that the state is in right now?
It seemed like it. They into housing non-citizens.
Wow. I guess that's why we can't get stuff done in the state of Illinois.
Have we ever?
Well, not under this administration. Of course not. Boy, do I miss Edgar.
Jim Edgar.
Boy, do I miss Ryan. And he went to jail. But
this is the most corrupt state in the country.
That's what they say.
So we tend to go to jail. So when is Brandon Johnson and J.B. Pritzker going to jail?
We'll see. We will see, because there are a lot of things that are happening that the people need to be made aware of. Listen.
I think they can go to jail on a number of things, mainly this migrant crisis.
Yes.
And I think they should be investigated, the attorney general and everyone, when we start talking about the violence, the murdering of black men and boys and now women in the city of Chicago. It's like there's no real arrest. There's no solving of these cases, that these random shootings of innocent people.
Yes.
Right? And then you're talking about this whole, just the disinvestment in Chicago with 2% contracts. It's like all of this stuff is stacked against us. Black folks have 2% contracts of all city-owned led business, even with black leadership. It's just so many things that issues. The swamp need to be drained for, or somebody need to go to
I
jail.
think, Brother Tyrone, we're doing the right thing when we get on live and we start talking about the issues that are plaguing this city of Chicago and the state of Illinois. Because I'll be honest with you, you and I know the issues because we're out here on the ground. But so many of our people have their heads in the sand and they don't really have a clue what's happening. This is why I need you guys to tune in. I need you to share this video. I need you to link it up to the people that you know, because we are here to inform the public about what is happening in the city of Chicago and how this entire Democratic administration has failed you. Black people.
Yeah.
Black people. Black people. Wake up. Wake up.
I don't know, man. I used to watch Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger. It feels like a movie. Like, how do you rationalize and justify getting mad at somebody because they vote their choice? For instance, for 3 years, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris has been in office.
3 years.
They want us to believe that if we select them again while they in office, that they gonna do right for us once they get back in office. I'm gonna say this again. I don't know if this makes sense. If I'm wrong, let me know, right? Y'all can call in at 708-223-8953, 708-223-8953. Live call in. We would like to hear from y'all. They are in office for 3 years. They want us to give them another 4 years because they did what in 3 years? All right, I'm gonna let that rest. Let Scotty have something to say about that.
Yeah, did you get a chance to hear any of the interview with Kamala Harris this afternoon with Charlamagne?
No.
Well, you didn't miss much. You didn't miss much.
I don't know. When I heard she was going to be speaking, I already said that she's never going to answer any questions.
And that's what I was going to talk about. No questions were answered. And even down to the question of reparations. And we talk about this all the time. We have to have a commission to do a study. Really?
Commission? Did she mention the commission? She didn't mention no commission.
Oh, yeah, she did.
What about all the other commissions?
Wait a minute. And then one of the brother asked her, he said, well, you've been in office for 3 years now. What are you going to do differently? Again, no direct answer. And when she was asked, what was she going to do for Black people? She started tap dancing, baby, talking about my mother.
You should no. You telling me she hasn't rehearsed that yet?
Not yet.
It's been asked to her several times.
No, don't have an answer yet. And I'm not going to tell people who to vote for because people have a right to their choice. But what I am going to say to Black people is this. Hear me when I say we got some issues that need to be addressed. And when you go to the polls to vote, get out of that. I'm voting for her because she's a Black woman, or I'm voting for her because she looks more like me. You better start looking at the policies of these people who are running for office. And you better start voting for people whose interests are like your own. It's time out for that. They look like me. Oh, she's going to be the first Black woman. If I had $1 for every time I heard somebody hear me say that foolishness, we got a Black mayor. Y'all see what that's looking like?
We got a Black mayor, y'all. We had a Black mayor before that, though.
Predominantly, all of the aldermen in this city are Black.
We got Black attorney.
Where's it gotten us?
We got Black attorney general.
We have a Black attorney general.
State's attorney. County board president.
Lieutenant governor. Where has it gotten us? That's the question that we need to start asking ourselves when we show up at the polls to vote. Where has this gotten us?
And Black people killing Black people
Where
every day.
is their allegiance when it comes to you? Because they are showing up and showing out for the migrants. What have they done for you lately? You better ask yourself. Because, see, we walking around here, and when I say we, I don't mean me, I mean y'all.
For real.
Talking about, oh, Kamala's my girl, and I'm lacing up my chucks, and I'm running to the left, and oh, she looks like us. She's going to be the first Black woman.
What's this thing with the chuck?
Well, it's a thing that happens with the sororities. They got real big with the Chuck Taylors a couple of years ago.
I think we got a call.
Well, come on, talk to the people.
Ready to go, Wanda?
All right.
Hello, you are on IntellectualRadio.com.
Oh, what's going on? My man. Hey, this Leonard Roy calling in, man.
Leonard Roy, how you doing, bro? With
What's
the double
good?
with the
What's
double
good?
with the double R?
Yeah, with the double R. I didn't just call in the other show, man. Dude, I don't know. I just didn't trust calling in because if you hit like what's it, *67 or something, and you call shows anonymous, they don't let you on. See what I'm saying? I just didn't feel comfortable calling into that show. But with that one, man, I dug the show for real. Now this stuff, I just heard the sister say, what's with the chucks and the pearls and this and that. I said, see, that's that divine nine.
Yep.
Bourgeois.
Boule class.
The black sorority, fraternity, whatever you did. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not with that. Then, because really, I wanted to call in the last show because Beto was talking about something about the NATO Article 5.
I read your comment.
Yeah.
I read your comment. And I just think,
Do you have an Article 5 ribbon? I do.
Yeah.
My daughter do. We both Iraq, Afghanistan war veterans. You know what I'm saying? I got back in. I was like, well, shit. Oops, sorry about the S word. But
no, that's real. That's my goal is to, you see me, I'm confronting and I'm trying to keep it universal. When you deal with these individuals, they are all party all the time. It doesn't matter if they're black, white, or Latino.
Yep.
They all party all the time. That's why I said it's impossible for us to be considered the United States of America only by name. You can't be a United States when you divided by democracy, by you divided by your narrative in terms of Republican or Democrat. How is that even possible? How could you be united when you all divided? That don't make sense. It's oxymoronic.
Yep.
Right, but let me drop this little gem on you. When you talk about everybody divided, right?
Yep.
You think Army and Marines respect the Air Force?
No.
At all?
No. None of them respect the Navy SEALs and any of that. So they gang banging in armed forces.
And yeah, of course. You got the Marines think they better than the Army. Yeah.
I mean, Marine is an acronym. That means my ass rode in Navy equipment.
Ownership.
Well, you go get somebody. You get some pushback from the Marines. You say that,
yeah,
but
we get pushback from the Marines, but the Marines and the Army, we got a tighter brotherhood because we know we get down.
Well, they gonna say they get down.
You talking about how he gonna do this mass deportation?
Oh, they gonna do it.
Very simple.
Easy, right?
All he got to do is just declare martial law. That's first. See, declare martial law. Get the 101st Airborne Division. That's 30,000 strong. Get them to come to Chicago. That ain't working. Get the 82nd Airborne to come through.
I think there's some,
or pay us. We know that.
No, I think there's some laws against that, brother, and I think that we did.
Hold on, sis. Let me break it down. It's laws against it, except during martial law.
Oh,
if the president declares martial law, see, on the norm, the military cannot be used to police its own people.
Right.
That's number one, and that is the law. But you declare martial law, like with the riots and stuff that they had. Remember when they had the Detroit and riots in Detroit and every place when King got killed? Yeah, I'm that old, showing my age.
Mm-hmm.
They had all of them people driving around in the Democrat convention in '68. Remember that?
Yes, I read about it.
They used the military, didn't they?
They did.
Yes.
Shut down the Dan Ryan, kept them people. Yeah.
So listen, brother, before you go, anything else you want to say to the people real quick before we move on?
Oh yeah, man. I just, it's just with that other thing, man. You was doing your thing. You touched on a lot of valid points, and somebody typed there talking about well, didn't we ask for the crime bill? I'm like, what were you talking about? I never asked for no damn crime bill.
Yeah, black folks, bourgeoisies. Yeah.
Well, but you know what?
They did.
Let me tell you something. They did, because anytime they're going to push a movement like that, they use us.
They need us.
They use us against us. It's the same thing where you see, Tyrone and I have been talking about the sexualization of our children in these schools, and talking about how they're putting laws in place to allow our kids to be taken by school staff workers to have sex change operations without your permission. And so when you talk about those kinds of issues and you see those issues being pushed, who are those? Because see, those are the issues that are being pushed by CTU and these other people that are out here with this socialist agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think they have in front of that? Our black mayor,
Yep.
Black Stacey Gates Davis.
Mm-hmm.
They use us against us every time.
Yeah, they use black people to push the hot pockets agenda.
Exactly. I remember sitting in a meeting here on the West Side when they were when they first brought the crime bill out, and I was sitting in a meeting with Danny K. Davis, Ike Carruthers, and some of the other elected officials and state representatives who look like me. And I remember sitting there saying, this is wrong. This is just another way to incarcerate our black men and young women. I said it. I remember, and they looked at me like I had lost my darn mind.
Yeah.
And I even went as far as to say, I would rather see you legalize drugs than allow this to pass. Again, these are our elected officials who stood behind the crime bill. See, when they get ready to push these agendas
across the board,
they bring it right to us, and they get them tap dancing ministers.
The ministers.
They get the tap dancing ministers to stand up there like they
Give them
did
some grant money
with Brandon and tell you that they support this. And I'm like, do y'all know what y'all supporting? Do you know what you standing behind? Have you read that CTU contract?
No.
And that's what happens every time. They use us against us. It's just like when we wanted to get rid of sanctuary cities. And you watch them black aldermen get with the ministers and told us to go somewhere and sit down.
No, they gave them money to put them in their church. See, they cold with this here. So with that being said, bro, we're gonna keep touching on it and wait on the next caller. And thank you for calling in as always. Thank you for tuning in to the last show.
All right, bro. I'll be in the chat typing up something.
I love.
Okay. Thanks.
One. Yeah, no, they seem to always find a way to use these are the leaders they selected for us.
Yeah.
And we wondering why we don't have anything. We don't select our own. So there's no fearless. There's not a lot of fearless people that can stand like us and say, yeah, Trump ain't my man. Trump ain't our guy necessarily. He ain't our buddy. But Trump, we can stand and say, you know what? We're going to take this side and see what, and we'll ride with the outcome and not care about what you think about it. And that's called freedom.
But because here's the thing, the fact of the matter is as a black woman, I'm not gonna be no better off. And that's the facts. And here's the thing, and I'm my thing is this. I sat back and I watch our elected officials practically sell us down the drain. Mm-hmm. And when you have a word with them about it, they look at you like you crazy. And at what point do we stop and say, you know what?
You look at you crazy because they have a narrative they got to push.
Exactly.
Trump is going to take the country. Trump is going to do this. Trump is going to take your rights, sister.
He going to get rid of our democracy. What they going to
take your gender
wait a minute, here's the thing. I can't vote for Trump because I want to protect our democracy. What democracy?
Like you've got democracy.
Like you got democracy.
Like you've been had it.
Like
we've been getting killed as black men.
Like you making some decisions.
Right. Yeah.
Like you got some stuff going on.
Yep.
Like I said the last time I was here, You go and apply for a loan and let them run your credit and see if somebody gonna front you
That is not happening.
$150,000.
Not to
Go
open no
see
store.
without
JJ, nothing.
without a social security number.
You can't.
Go try it and come back and holler at your girl. Cause see, if it worked for you, let me know. Cause see, that's what the other folks are getting. While y'all walking around here talking about democracy and the American dream. Where's the American dream for black folks in the city? And another thing I'm sick of, I got mine, they could get theirs. What you don't understand about that is systemic racism is real. And it stops a lot of people from making it to the other side. Just because you made it and somebody felt sorry for you or your parents or your ancestors and gave you a leg up. Because see, most of the people that are making it in society right now are making it because somebody gave them a leg up. Everybody ain't getting that. Everybody don't have those opportunities. So if you think about this, and when we talk about the crime bill and what it did to black families, we talk about the war on drugs and what it did to black families. And when you talk about the fact that crack cocaine was dropped off in black communities to desolate them, it was intentional. And so the destruction that happened to those families
and guns,
okay, the destruction that happened to those families and those crack babies that were raised up that didn't have the mental capacity to be able to even compete in society, we're seeing the effects of that now. So when you look at our children out here and we're talking about mental illness, some of that mental illness that you're seeing is because of that crack cocaine and the fact that their brains didn't fully develop. And y'all walking around here talking about these kids and these people had the same opportunities? No, they did not.
Y'all see Connor on fire. 708-223-8953 to call in to be a part of this conversation. See, I like Connor that we make a perfect couple because on this here broadcast, because at the end of the day, any other broadcast, because she hollering loud like me.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you something.
They call it passion.
Hey,
the passion. Hey, and hey,
because we gotta tell the truth about it. We got people walking around here saying that our black men and our black kids don't want anything. Our black men and our black kids don't have the wherewithal to not only to not want anything, but to go out there and get it because you fried their brains intentionally. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Sister, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back in a few minutes, but be ready for your live call in 708-223-8953, 708-223-8953, and be a part of the conversation. This is Ex-Cons for Trump live on Intellectual Radio. Subscribe, IntellectualRadio.com. Subscribe and share.
Yes, yes.
You ain't got enough money to buy my soul. Ain't strong enough to stop me. I'm out of control. This the matrix, I'm Neo. I know that I know. I am that I am. That's why I speak so bold. On the verge of losing hope, I know where to go. Switch my style from singing vocals to magical flows. Study the streets a little closer. One with the ghetto. Got wise as I got older. Unloaded the metal. New millennium rebel. After that federal dollar. Balance the world on my shoulders. I know my soldiers are following me at war. Cause kids still dying in the streets at war. On the block running from the police at war. With the US, this ain't the Middle East at war. With the problems in my own community and the sword. If the only way to fight an enemy, Lord, save my father from this bottom to Hennessy with more. Can I give? I'm giving all of me, and for real, it's only getting hotter for me. Harder to see and harder to breathe. And there's only one remedy. I gotta be smarter than my enemies. being chased by demons, the triple team exposed to false religions. I'm hated by jealous niggas that don't wanna see me living my life scar from living home. Pulling up papers, chasing paper, no hoes barred. These are mine, and yet to find my heart's cold. Got the friends, my last road dog turned me in. The cost of war would never change. Who takes the blame for bad decisions? So many missing from following orders, cause ill giving got the world tripping. They pushing prison at us young niggas. That's why we haven't had triggers, won't let the war get us. I'm not alone with the way that I feel. It's like millions out the touching they still roaming the field. I am what I am, and best believe I'm following me. A guinea pig, I refuse to be the streets. Got a hold on so many lost souls and sold. I pray to God it starts letting me go. No, I'm not a fool, and I'm definitely not following rules. Hoping that the Lord pulls me through. When I'm at the gates, standing before Christ, and he's flipping through the pages in the book of life. Final judgments being made, as I look in my eyes. All I can vision is the wrong that I've done in my life. Close my eyes as I look back at the sky, the puzzle pieces. Demons to try to stop me, and all I wanted was freedom, better living for my people. Did you ever hear my cry? In my mind, I never understood why we were born to die, die, die.
When the water children out,
We need y'all vibes out here. Welcome back. You are now tuned in to X-Cons 4, the number 4, live on Intellectual Radio. Also go to xconsfortrump.com if you want to buy your historical memorabilia, hats, shirts, coffee mugs, whatever. You see, got her shirt on. We got 2, 3 weeks. What we got, about 3 weeks to push Trump in the White House?
Listen.
All right, then let's get it. But y'all, go ahead, Kyle, take it on.
Let me tell y'all something. Listen to me when I say, is Trump the answer to it all? Of course not. You're the answer. It's up to you. It's up to us. And let me tell you all something. No matter what happens, no matter what the outcome of this election is, when this is over, we're going to sit down and we're going to start having some real serious conversations about what we need in our community,
Local
about
politics.
what Black people in this city need in order to thrive, in order to grow, in order to be a productive part of this world. We got to start having some conversations about it. It is too long, too short, too left behind, too many times left behind. And at some point, we have to pick up our own mantle and take care of our own. The cavalry ain't coming. I keep telling you guys this.
And Jesus ain't going to save you. You can't say, he already said, God say he don't change the conditions of a people until they do it themselves.
You got to make the first step. My grandmother used to have this saying, Buck needed Jesus, but he was too lazy to pray for him.
You hear me?
Look here, people. You can't be lazy in this. We got to get up. Because y'all know what? We ain't even seen the revolution yet.
No.
But one is coming. And I want you to think about this. Those of you who think what's going on right here in the city of Chicago, those of you who think it's okay, those of you who think that it's all right, that these migrants are getting set aside that should have been given to our people in our communities. I want you to think about this. And I want you to think long and hard about this. What happens when the money runs out? What happens when they're here in your neighborhoods? Because, see, they're in our neighborhoods. And ain't nowhere for them to go. And right now, they're getting money. And they're buying weapons. The gang members are already here. They are already organized. What do you think that's going to look like when the money runs out?
See, and they are out of money. We already $1 billion in debt in Chicago or more. They always tell you what they see. Whenever they tell you the truth, what is perceived as the truth up front. He said $1 billion. That means it may be $1.5 billion. That means it may be a $2 billion. It's just so much lying and corruption. Just like the mayor is going to jail, and or they investigating the mayor of New York when you start to speak against certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's so many infractions in the city council to go against the people. Man, you listen. I went to jail in Wadsworth for the migrant. They for trespassing in a public school,
Yep.
a school parking lot. Then I went to jail at the Holiday Inn a couple weeks ago because there was no rooms available for citizens. The Holiday Inn lights was on. There's no trespassing sign that say if you walk on this parking lot, excuse me, or inside the Holiday Inn, you will be charged with trespassing. There's no signs that said a state operated facility. You know why there's no signs to indicate that?
They don't want
I want
nobody
you
to
to know
know.
that black people are homeless. I keep saying over 18,000 homeless ex-cons in Chicago. Now, if I'm homeless and I'm an
In
ex-cons
Chicago.
and I'm there because I committed crimes of violence, stole, stealth, theft, murder, rob. If I'm homeless and you can't make me whole once I'm released, guess what I got to do, Carter, to get whole?
I gotta make it. I gotta get it how I get it.
Man, and unfortunately, black people, you all become the victims
You
of y'all
become the victim.
government's
Yep.
inactivity for public safety and reentry. That's what that is. That's their fault. So that's what it is, and y'all have to realize that. And it's amazing. So I think we got a call. Stand by. Welcome to Intellectual Radio. I mean, and this is Tyrone Muhammad, Carter Trust. How can we help you?
Awesome, Brother Ty.
Well, alaikum salam. Is that Sister Erica?
Yes, sir. How are you?
What's up?
Hey, girl, what's
God is a
good?
universe.
You got it, Brother Ty. Hey, Sister Carter, how you been?
I'm well, sister.
That's good. So I'm glad that you all are speaking about this comprehensive sex education curriculum that they're pushing in these schools. And as you said, Brother Ty, I am praying that J.B. Pritzker, Brandon Johnson, Kwame Raoul, Jim Fox, Stacey Davis Yates, all of them, and don't forget Juliana Stratton.
Yeah, number one.
They need to go to prison for trying to normalize and legalize pedophilia, grooming children in the school starting at kindergarten, okay? Pushing, all types of immorality. They're even pushing the after-school Satan Club. It's already in Moline, Illinois.
To me, after school. So it's their way of saying get everybody something to believe in, even if it's Satan worshiping.
They took prayer out of the schools, and now they have brought in the after-school Satan Club, and this is a nationwide push.
Mm-hmm.
This grooming of children, them trying to legalize pedophilia, and this after-school Satan Club, this is a nationwide, it's really worldwide. And the Democratic Party here in the United States, they are the ringleaders. They're spearheading this. And they're after our children. And we would have to consider ourselves just nothing if we can't protect our children.
The question I will ask you, Erica, is this. I hear people say that all the time, and I want you to tell the people before you hang up where they can find this information about how they trying to groom our children. But this is the thing I've been saying, that if I had a child of age, there's no way I would send my child to a public school.
Mm-mm.
Why? We was doing the pandemic. They didn't want us to even come out the doggone house. They put your child in front of a computer. A kid could learn more from a YouTube professor than they could these teachers up in these schools. and they'll be safer as well in the house, and they will avoid the grooming. I'm saying to you, why do we give these I already know the answer, but I want to hear you. Why do we give the parents give these teachers all this power when if I take my child out of the school, if every parent take their child out of the school, ain't no public school system and ain't no CTU. So guess what they're gonna have to do? Find another job and find somebody else to groom maybe their own children. So let's go ahead, Eric.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer the first question. The people can find this information under Illinois House Bill 24 and Illinois Senate Bill 818.
Repeat that about 3 times, please.
Okay, Illinois House Bill 24 and Illinois Senate Bill 818. Illinois House Bill 24, Illinois Senate Bill 818. And they could also reference what's going on in California because Gavin Newsom has just about made pedophilia legal in California. So, yeah. Now, as far as, why the parents would subject their children to this, I can say a whole bunch of things, right? But I'm going to tell you this. I've been out helping Dr. Rosita Chatandra to get on the school board. And I've been talking to a lot of people, especially when I was getting the signatures for her. And most of the parents don't even know that this is going on, Brother Ty. That's one thing, because they have it set up where you have to opt out. When we were going to school, we would always have to get a permission slip signed by our parents.
Exactly.
School, right? But this how they got it set up. You have to opt out. If you don't know what's going on, how would you opt out?
Exactly.
And then if you opt out, the other catch is your child is still being exposed to this curriculum inside the school.
Yeah, because where they gonna go while it's being taught?
Right, exactly. So on a spiritual level, Brother Ty, what we're facing right now is Allah is forcing us to separate. Because just as you said, our children do not need to be in these schools, period. And a lot of parents, they need someone to oversee their children while they're working.
And that's become a babysitting haven.
And that's basically what it is, to tell you honest God truth. If they had a choice, and they do have a choice, because if we were more organized, like using the National Block Club University structure that Saran has set up, we would have babysitters and schools and everything in each zip code, where we could all, come together, be organized and structured. But everybody's too busy.
You on to something, Sister Erica, because that's one of the conversations that needs to be had as well, and that's about where we educate our children.
We might have to push. Though. Get these Black women, get your children out of these schools. But see, that's the problem, Sister Erica. When we have no resources or institutions or real centers where the children can go and learn amongst their own and have real curriculum as well as behavior modification, because they messing our babies up. We got to get them back to normalcy. So we need to have some, but they count on these schools and public education, as you said, so that they could go slave in corporate America, and then they got their children being babysitted by the devil. How in the world can you win when you can't even feed yourself without the government or without the same devils that got your children in school, and we don't have schools or even places of security and safety for our women and children to thrive?
And let me just say something else that we don't talk about enough, those of us as Christians. Witchcraft is real. It's real, and it's becoming more dominant. And there's probably more people practicing witchcraft in these churches as well as these schools. And you kind of touched on it a little bit, Sister Erica. But those are the kind of conversations that we got to start having. And see, one of the things that Brother Tyrone and I are committed to, and that is educating our people. That is letting our people know what's happening out here in these streets of this city of Chicago. Because a lot of our people have no idea of what's going on.
And they don't want to know, because before we let you go, Erica, and I'm gonna have you repeat that House bill again. But like me, like I'm not afraid of nothing, man. I mean, it's not much I'm afraid of, man. I mean, it's as far as myself, right? Anything is, as it relates to me, I don't want to lose people I love. I'm afraid of that. I don't want to. I don't want to even think about a lot of things, right? That may make you fearful, but you can overcome it. Like today, not. I mean, well, it wasn't today. I'm on. Forgive me. 2 days ago, somebody rolled up on me. And like, call me, Tyrone Muhammad, who I'm always fighting for our community. Because I vote my choice and telling them to, man, do something different than Democrat. Said somebody should kill you for voting for Trump. Now think about that. That's a black person that said that to me. Riding in the car, saw me. Ain't you Tyrone Muhammad? Somebody should kill you for telling the people to vote for Trump. Now, why you think that somebody like this, I didn't even say nothing to Trace or nobody, because those things don't move me, because they are designed to create fear. Anytime you're fighting against opposition and you moving against the status quo, you're going to always have people that hate you or don't like what you do. But if you did that for people, if you did things, the courage that we have to, because somebody like you, it's not easy for you, Erica, to be talking about how these big, powerful CTU in the schools are grooming our children. But when you take that type of stand, putting your own life and body on the line, because you don't have an institutional structure that protects you. But there is an institution and structure and police to protect them.
Yep.
Now that's true, Brother Sir. That's true, but you and I both know that we fear no one except Allah.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And furthermore, I have protection. I have 24/7 protection, the best protection that money cannot buy. So
before you close, don't forget. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not no guns. Their guns couldn't even work against me unless Allah wanted it to. So, and you have that same protection, and Sister Carter, you have that same protection. We're not going to we're not even going to entertain this stuff about this witchcraft and these Negroes that they skin their head up. We're not getting ready to entertain it, because at this point, you just have to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do.
If you want me dead, then you come on.
Hey, real quick, Erica, there's two things I want to say before we hang up, right, and get on to this next topic. One thing is, me, I saw that at the Salon restaurant, and I'm disappointed in certain stuff that happened with that crap. And I'm going to get on that. I ain't letting them get off the hook with that. Here we are fighting. Yep.
That was some trickery.
Yep. But this what I'm saying. I'm an equal opportunity truth on any side, even if it's against those who I love. That's Allah. And all I'm gonna say, and furthermore, I'm gonna say, I need you to quote that House bill again, so that people can be aware, and also go on Facebook Live where we at, and type it in the chat as well, so that people can get it. So let's get it a couple more times, then we gotta let you go, Sister Erica. We love you.
Okay, I love y'all too.
Love you, girl.
Yes, ma'am. Illinois House Bill 24, Illinois Senate Bill 818. House Bill 24, Senate Bill 818. I love y'all. Talk to you soon.
Take care. Thank you.
Peace.
Carter, what you think? We got a lot of
We
lively
got a lot.
comments over
Hey,
there. Can you go through
listen.
some of the comments? I see
Yes,
Lisa Miles. She was talking about that stuff is not happening in Indiana, probably because Indiana is a Republican state with the
that part.
children. And somebody talks about the vouchers.
Right. That's why
And
vouchers
Rochelle
and choice,
Lindsay.
school choice is so important.
Yeah, and they don't. The CTU fights against that.
Yes,
They
yes.
fight against that because they can't groom your child when you have the money to send your
They don't
child
get to
wherever you
tell
want to
those
go.
people
Exactly.
what to teach.
That's
They
right.
don't get to tell them what they have to do. See, those people make their own decisions on
And that's
what's
the
gonna.
thing, though. You saying
Yes.
we have the right, democracy, right? So if I'm in a democracy and I have the right to choose as a woman my body and how my body is gonna be presented or not, you have the right to be call yourself a trans woman, man. You have that right, but I don't have a right to determine who's gonna teach my child.
That part.
See, this is why y'all know that it's a lot of games being played on us and in our face with our
Yes,
families,
how
our
you
children,
know.
and sisters with your
Yes.
black men. And that's why
Yes.
really the fight right now is about getting black men. Look at all the talk shows and everything, even with Trump and them. They recognize, and I think late, the fight is for black
It's for
men
black
moving
men.
forward.
Yes, it's for black
Because
men.
black men, sisters, y'all have hook, line, and sinker voted for the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
But y'all following black men too now to say, hey, Democrats, y'all ain't nothing. Now, men got power in them houses. They started to recognize that women may actually follow black men somewhere.
Mhm.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where,
Yeah.
but somewhere. Especially when we don't have no power. And I say we, I ain't talking about me, because the very notion that I can stand here before anybody declare anything and say X comes to Trump and say, regardless to how you feel, I did the same thing with Brandon Johnson. I said violence. While everybody that was against me that went against violence, called me all them names, ended up coming back to violence against Brandon because they thought they was going to get with Lori. It's so crazy. You get called all types of sellout. Now, the very people that called me a sellout, it's like, I apologize, bro. You saw Brandon before he even presented himself.
Yes.
I ain't see Brandon.
True.
I saw the endorsers of
Brandon.
I saw Pollard and them.
Yes.
I saw the Stacey Gates. I saw, what was her name? Karen Lewis. See, I saw them long before Brandon was selected.
Yeah.
He was selected to be their spokesperson. Even not even being a teacher for more than 2 years. How you're not even really considered, you more like a substitute if you only taught a couple of years.
You
You're
know
not
what?
really a teacher.
Let me just touch on something else, because I always hear Brandon talk about, I was an organizer over on the West Side and I came in. Y'all listen. And I don't really, get into people's business, but I sit back and I watch some of the things that happen. And you're right, Tyrone. He was selected. He was the heir apparent. And I remember when the West Side got organized, when CTU began organizing, I remember, I can name the people who came together and helped them out because they didn't know what they were doing.
Are they in position now that CTU won? Are they those people's in like getting money and grants in certain position now? Because that's normally how they pay you back.
You know what? No, they not. And that's the kicker. That's the kicker. Because the people who helped, and it wasn't Brandon that they helped organize, it was Crystal Williams. And Crystal Williams got together on the West Side with Dwayne Truss, with Valerie Leonard. And what is that?
Leonard.
And what is that other girl's name? But those people got together.
You telling something?
I'm telling. Yep, I'm telling. They got together and organized the West Side. And once Crystal got it organized, They sent her to the south side and gave it to Brandon. All Brandon had to do was walk in the sister's shoes. He didn't come over there and organize a darn thing. It was already set up. All he did was, see, most people don't know that. Because, see, he could get out there and he could tell that story. But, see, I was there.
She telling it, y'all.
I was there from the beginning. I know what happened. And I don't know what they gave Crystal Williams to go sit down and turn it over to him. But Brandon didn't do that work. She did it. And we helped her.
And she got out the way.
And she got out of the way. Y'all ain't heard that story, but see, I'm going to tell you the truth about what happened. So when you hear him talk about what a great organizer he was, he didn't organize a darn thing. You could tell that by what's going on in the city. That boy don't know his butthole from his elbow. Y'all know I'm a little old school. I bring some of them sayings back from y'all grandmothers. Y'all know grandma used to say that. That boy don't know his butthole from his elbow. You can see it in how he managed. Anybody that got to tell you, I'm in charge.
Right, ain't in charge.
They ain't in charge.
Ain't in charge.
Folks in charge ain't got to tell you they in charge.
Folks who have their own mind,
I'm listening to a press conference. I'm in charge. I'm the one running this.
Who he kind of convinced?
Look, as soon as he said that, that was the telltale that you ain't running nothing but them shoes over. He got some new shoes, though, you know.
I got a new suit,
He got some new, yeah. I look like he been to a tailor.
No, out west.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is really, they are really taking care of you.
He need a new barber, though.
Well, he not going to change that. Something, unless he loses his hair like me.
I don't know who he
like
got playing in his hair.
If he bald head like me and Earl, then he may change.
Nah, he got somebody playing in his hair, and they need to stop. He must be letting his wife cut his hair.
No, his wife ain't touching that.
Yeah, I don't know.
She on something else.
But Brandon, if you listen, because I know you be checking us out. If you listening and you need a good barber, holler at your girl. I got you.
Well, listen, y'all. I'm enough time we got. What time is Wanda before I go into this next topic? All right, so listen.
Oh man, that time be going so fast.
We're gonna wrap it up real quick. I appreciate y'all and all the people I see. Y'all gave up some stars on that, and I appreciate y'all. Stars and Eddie Reed, you keep on hiding, brother. I told you, y'all old folks keep hiding now. Old people keep hiding. Y'all got to come out while this stuff is happening. Y'all was around when these people was doing their dirt. Now y'all sitting back watching them do their dirt. Y'all about to come on out, old people, and fight with the community. But with that being said, Dwayne, I see you, hey, brother. Dwayne Trust. But look, real quick. JJ Fish and that nail salon. Colin, my goal is to start one by one. Everybody, even on there, if you haven't gave us your email and your phone number on Messenger, please do so. Give us your email and phone number on Messenger, because we're going to create our own businesses. Those that's viable, that's coming in there. We need to start pooling our dollars and buying our own chicken shacks. Y'all, and we need to go. It's they talking about ain't no sisters with no nail shops. Black women, let me say something to y'all real quick before we wrap it up. Y'all gotta start hating on each other. Convenience shouldn't be a reason why you don't go to another sister to get your nails and eyelashes. Because at the end of the day, I feel so sorry for black women in the sense that our definition of beauty and the glue, all of the glue on your head, all of the glue in your eyes, all of the glue on your fingers. You got glue and stuck parts all on you that sometime with the cancer that black women have, with all the issues and ills, I'm starting to think that a lot of this stuff is affecting y'all bodies. And we got to get back to natural, man. They took us away from the 60 to 80 with Angela Davis and them and all that. I hear people talking about them women and the Black Panther women and the Nation women, but them little sisters, a lot of them was all natural in every aspect. We got to get away from all this glue and all this toxic chemicals
The stuff we
that
doing
we
to our
doing
bodies.
our bodies, man, with the butts and the breath. Everything is destroying you.
Not only that,
And the food.
the food. And you know what? I wanted to touch on that. The food, the fact that we don't cook at home anymore. People,
grandfather ain't never
we
not had
don't
a
know
home meal.
what we getting out here.
Oh, Lord.
You out here. I read something the other day where they talked about the fact that the fries at McDonald's ain't even made from real potatoes.
Come on, ain't no such thing.
I promise you.
Man, they ain't mess my French fries up.
I promise you. You better y'all better go home and cut them potatoes up like you used to.
And them the best
Them
ones.
was the best ones.
Sisters, y'all with the big, thick old potatoes. Hey, listen, we got to wrap it up, but we love y'all. Ex-Cons for Trump live on Intellectual Radio. Y'all remember to subscribe and share. Carter, we'll be back Thursday.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep building, because this is only a prelude to what we're going to do on a local level. We playing right now because it's only two people that can win, the Democrat and the Republican. We have just chose this side because it needs to be a change, a direct change. But we're ready to fight for the local politics, because all elections, all politics are local. Y'all get ready, because we're going to remove some people this year. They're going to see that. So clap it up for yourself for tuning in. And we'll see y'all Thursday. Tell somebody to tune in this Thursday, same time, 9 o'clock on Ex-Cons Live and on Intellectual Radio. Boom. Let's go.
Come check us out.
Sing vocals to magical flows, study the streets and love.